Hey everybody, it's Illegal Lifty, and today let's brew our Ethiopia Beriti natural process coffee as a filter offering. This coffee is a quintessential natural processed Ethiopian coffee. We've got red fruit notes, we have some winey, juicy characteristics, we've got cocoa and floral qualities. It is really delicious. This is going to be really nice either hot or as a flash iced coffee, of which you can find several videos on our YouTube channel. But we're gonna brew this sucker on the Hario V60 because it's gonna highlight these fruit notes. It's gonna tone down that body a little bit, give us this bright, popping, vibrant fruit acidity and delicate notes in our cup of coffee. So we're gonna do our standard Hario V60 recipe. Grind pretty fine, brew really fast. So, Ethiopia Beriti. I have got 15 grams of my coffee, ground medium fine. This was 30 on the Niche Zero grinder. This is going to be about 18 on your Comandante C40 and about 10 on your Baratza Encore. So from now on, you can use those as kind of your baseline where those grinders meet in the middle, because I measured it. They're pretty dang close at those settings. At least they drain pretty close and they look very similar at those settings. Got my paper filter in my Hario V60. I'll be brewing with 250 grams of water, but to start off, let's wet this paper filter. You're gonna need to rinse this until you don't smell that fragrant paper anymore. I have strangely found that I'm a little bit more sensitive to the taste of paper filter if I don't adequately rinse my V60 filters, even more so than a Kalita filter or similar brewer. Why that is, I don't know. But got my brewer hot, got my 15 grams of coffee, let's dump it in there. Water's getting up there. I'm only gonna set this to 205. We're gonna be all right. We don't need to zoom up there to 208 or even 210. I'm gonna shake our brewer flat. Now I've got a little bit of a mess in my V60 from my dose, but we're gonna survive. We're gonna be all right. We can fix that with the bloom. Just ensure that we saturate all the grounds. All right. We are almost to 205. And then I'm gonna bloom with 50 grams total. All right, let's do it. Let's start my timer. I'm gonna bloom 50 grams. Wet all this coffee. Work my way up there, push all that coffee from the ridge back into here. There we go, we did it. Now, you would never know that I made a big mess in my brewer. Let this bloom for 30 seconds. At 30 seconds, I'm gonna punch it really heavy in the middle, tight spiral circles, bringing this up to 150 grams total. And boom, tight spirals. There we go. Happens really quickly. We are all right. And then at about a minute, I'm gonna do it again, finishing off, sorry, not at a minute. We're just gonna see where this one goes. But I'll be finishing it off to 250 grams total when I do this next pour. I'm gonna go at about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So I should not have my water drain all the way through. I should still have some headroom in here. And same thing, punch it in the middle. You should saturate all these grounds again. There we go. So if you did that pour and you didn't touch all the coffee again, then your grind is too coarse. And if our grind is too coarse, we're gonna extract a little bit too quickly. We're gonna get a very weak body, so not much texture to it. We're gonna be pretty tart. It's gonna be almost like kombucha. And then if we are too fine, and this is draining really, really slow, we're gonna compact these flavors. We're gonna get this very drying cacao nib and this like bitter grape. So it's not great if we over extract this coffee either. The other side of things, I expect to drain pretty quickly, even for a natural processed coffee. I'm gonna drain here at 2.5 minutes. And I expect hibiscus, think floral cherry tea. I'm going to get strawberry, red fruit. There's our natural processing. And then we're gonna get cocoa, so gentle cocoa, and guarapo, which is sugarcane juice. I can get sugarcane juice at my local Walmart neighborhood market. I don't know where you can get sugarcane juice, but you should try it. It's really good. It's a great way to think of sugar browning or sugar notes in coffee. I recommend trying a lot of different sugars. Sugar cane, panela, which is brown sugar cane or processed sugar cane. Brown sugar, raw sugar, things like that. Honey, raw honey. There's different types of sweetness that we can find in coffees, in part due to the terroir and the processing, and in part also to the roasting process. So if we had roasted this longer, developed more of the sugar, instead of sugar cane, we could even bump that all the way up to panela or even a brown sugar. But pretty light coffee, which maintains these really bright fruit notes. Really enjoyable. You can brew this same recipe for an iced V60. You're just gonna wanna cut your total water from by 100. So only pour up to 150, grind even finer, and swap in 100 grams of ice there at the bottom of your V60. All right, serve and enjoy.